During the NBA playoffs, it seems like things have started to get a little bit interesting, but not in the best way. During the NBA playoffs, things have gotten very toxic to say the least. This past week, it seems like things have reached an all-time high that we have not seen in a while. We had someone pushing someone's mom on Mother's Day, by the way, which is already fucked up. And then we have an entire series literally just being dedicated to let's do dirty play after dirty play. In this video, I want to talk about why the NBA playoffs have been getting really toxic and also talk about the two situations because I have a lot to say about them. By the way, there's a good chance this video gets outdated within a week because there are so many things going on. Now, first off, I want to start with Chris Paul because this was the most recent thing and this happened today. Now, in the intro clip, I did show Chris Paul and what he was doing. I will play that again, but I will make it a little bit longer and then give you some context. So in that video, you see Chris Paul yelling at some teenager, telling him that he's gonna see him after the game. But why would he say that to some teenager? I mean, that kid looks shook after Chris Paul yelled at him. He's not gonna do anything. What the hell did little Johnny say to Chris Paul that made Chris so mad that he not only yelled at him, but had a lot of things to say after the game? Chris Paul, in a tweet right after the game, said, "Want to find players for saying stuff to the fans, but the fans can put their hands on our families? Fuck that." And at first, I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. Sure, I had my speculation, but I didn't just want to put stuff out there if I didn't know what I was talking about. And then eventually, about an hour later, we actually did get the official report of what did happen. According to Bleacher Report, they said Chris Paul's mother had her hands put on her by a Mavericks fan and his wife was pushed in front of Paul's children during Game 4 in Dallas on Sunday. Let me just start off by saying, first of all, you don't put your hands on anyone, especially a woman, especially someone's mom on Mother's Day. Like, the amount of shit you did was already fucked up as it is, but this just adds on top of that. Second of all, the fact that you looked at Chris Paul and looked back like you were so shook and you were like, oh, I didn't do anything, was completely ridiculous. And there's an argument that people are making that, oh, he's just a kid, he's just a child. And honestly, I don't give a fuck if he's a kid. I've been known to be very terrible at guessing ages, but there's no way he's younger than 16. And I would honestly say at the young age of 13 or 14, you damn well know what's right and wrong. And I'm pretty sure you learn in 5th grade not to put your hands on others. So no, I'm not going to defend this kid. He did something wrong, he was escorted out of the arena like he should, and he got booed, and he looked like he was about to cry. I'm hoping that kid does get banned for life from that arena because what he did was fucked up. Also, I swear to God, if this kid has a TikTok account and tries to defend himself online, I'm gonna personally beat the I guess my final thoughts on the Chris Paul incident so I can move on is just that don't do this shit. If you're at a sporting event, don't be disrespectful to others. If you have nice seats at a place, cool, but that doesn't give you the right to act like a dipshit. Back in 2017 when the Suns were asked, I actually had season tickets with me, my dad, and my brother, and during that time, because we were season ticket holders, we actually had the opportunity to upgrade our seats depending on the game. And this is when season tickets weren't so high, it costed like $1.49 plus shipping and handling. And during one of those games, we actually got upgraded to like the lower level. It was probably like 5 rows away from front court, which wasn't that far from where that kid was sitting. And even at 13, I didn't think to say, oh, let me yell something at these players. Let me start harassing people around me. Let me just be a total dickhead. I was 13, a little bopper, and I knew that. If this kid is 15 or 16 and he didn't know his right and wrong, that kid got what he deserved. Or in the oh so kind words of the Joker, get what you fucking deserve. Now, I normally don't write a script for these videos. However, if I were to write a script for the next topic, I'm talking about the Warriors and Grizzlies, and there's no real one particular incident I want to talk about. It would literally just be the entire series as a whole because this has been the most toxic playoff series that I've seen in a very long time. Now, I obviously do need to show you guys some clips to get my point across, so here's a play that I showed in the intro clip.
They're in the penalty.
Now, what you saw right there was called a foul on Jordan Poole, which obviously was not a foul on Jordan Poole, unless you're talking about, I guess, the reach-in he did beforehand. But nothing actually happened to Desmond Bane after that, even though he clearly dove at his knees. I mean, it wasn't even obvious that he was going for the ball. He completely just dove at Jordan Poole's knees. I've already said this before, but I'm not defending that play. I've tried to defend the Grizzlies and say stuff like that Dillon Brooks play was just an accident. But at this point, I'm honestly starting to think that everything they've done this series has been kind of dirty. Now, Ja Morant is supposed to be out for Game 4 as far as I'm concerned, and a lot of people have been sparking a debate up about who actually injured Ja, what play was it, and things of that nature. And the most popular video you're gonna find of the injury would be this. Now, I can't say, oh, this is the play that he got hurt, or oh, this isn't the play he got hurt, because I don't know Ja Morant's body. Whether you're an NBA player or you're playing YMCA basketball, every athlete knows their body best. It's just a pure fact. So maybe that was the play that Ja Morant did get injured, even though it didn't look like that big of a deal. Maybe that was the play. It's something that a lot of people are going to. However, there's one more video that is starting to resurface that I think might have actually been the root of the injury. I would also like to note before I do show this video that a lot of professionals, a lot of doctors did come out and say that they don't believe the Jordan Poole play actually caused the injury, which I would agree with, but again, I don't know Ja Morant's body and nor do all of us. But here's the video where a lot of people think the injury actually happened.
For Golden State, Curry to Porter, back out Thompson.
On this play, we can clearly see Ja Morant grab at his knee and he looks like he's wobbling right there. If we needed footage to prove what Ja Morant's injury was and where it happened, I think this would be the play right here. And I'm only bringing up this injury because a lot of people are now saying, oh, the Warriors are playing dirty and they tried hurting Ja Morant, which I'm sorry, that just isn't true. On the two plays I just showed you, I don't think either player did anything to Ja Morant. I think he just had an injury when he was jumping. Also, we're getting mad at Ja Morant because he does gritties after games and he talks a lot of shit and he tweets a lot, but here's the thing. It's the NBA playoffs. If you're gonna talk shit, talk as much shit as you want. That is completely fine, whether it's in Twitter or real life or dancing. However, the thing about trash talking, this doesn't just apply in the NBA playoffs, is when you say something, you better be able to back it up. And Ja Morant has said numerous times that his team does not duck the smoke. And I think it's safe to say the Grizzlies are fully going at the Warriors right now and they're battling it out. For game 4, the Grizzlies are not gonna have Ja Morant, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens if they can get that win. Now, yes, they have that record without Ja Morant. It's like 22-5 or something. However, this is the NBA playoffs and none of that really matters. What sucks is NBA playoff basketball is the best time of the NBA season, and now we're just going at people's mothers/wives and now we're trying to injure each other. It's a little bit annoying, to be honest. I hope the kid that pushed Chris Paul's mom does get banned from the arena and he does get publicly shamed for it, like Patrick did from SpongeBob after throwing stuff at the zoo. We also should not have toxicity in a whole ass series where we're just dedicating each game to trying to hurt each other. I didn't even really mention NBA Twitter, which again, that wouldn't get full justice if I just gave it a segment. A video about NBA Twitter deserves an entire documentary. Okay, maybe not a documentary, but it definitely does deserve a video. If this video gets 100 likes, I'll do a video about NBA Twitter and the not so good side of it. Because like most things, there are definitely an upside that we like to look at. However, the downside of most things really doesn't make the upside look that good. Now, can we not have the rest of the NBA playoffs be toxic, please, and not just add to it? I'd very much appreciate it. If you want to see my poorly aged take about the Mavericks and Suns series, click on the screen right now. Other than that, would it be possible for me to box that kid that pushed CP3's mom?